class in the channel. Okay, so by the way, we have, and I'll share the screen in the group description. And we have, because of the fact that something went wrong, I am doing everything from my own channel. I'm gonna share the channels ID. Okay, so that there's the channel. With that being said, let me see what we did last class. We were doing, I guess it was, I think it was number 1. So yeah, it was number 1. So we're gonna see number 1. We're gonna see number 1. This test, official test that we have. So here. Okay, so from this test, we're gonna we're gonna see number 1. That's it. So we're gonna restart the section, and I'll show the scripts. So here we have the script we said. So we're gonna review this again. It says like we need to have this. Let's say this. We have this script, and in this 45 seconds, we start with 45. Then we have the first reason. After that, we say since, and then we say. Teacher, my camera broke. I don't have it my way. Okay, so then we have first, and then we have for, then we have as a matter of fact, then we have also, then we have as, to illustrate, and finally we have, that's it, that's number 1. Okay, so number 1, okay, let's go with number 1. We're gonna do this, please pay attention. We're gonna go directly to answering the question, so please be ready. Okay, please be ready, everybody.
Number 1. In this question, you will be asked to talk about a familiar topic. After you hear the
question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare a response and 45 seconds to record the response.
Okay, so we're gonna hear next.
Talk about an interesting book you have read.
Oh, sorry, we've done this one. Number 4.
Number 1. In this question, you will be asked to talk about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare a response and 45 seconds to record the response. What is the most efficient type of transportation in your country? Explain why you think it is efficient. Include specific reasons.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep.
Prepare. We're gonna start with with Valentina. Okay, when the 15 seconds are over.
Begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you my watch. We have here the clock. Okay, so Valentina, please be ready.
Okay.
Very little time, I know. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and go.
Uh, the most efficient type of transportation in my country is the public transportation, since the public transportation is cheaper than use a private one as a cab or taxi service. Um, First, we have a lot of lines as numbers with the buses. The for oh, I don't know.
Okay, so let's go with Ron. We're gonna start. Laura, what is the
Okay.
most efficient type of transportation in your country? Explain why you think it's efficient, what is specific reason and examples. Okay, so let's go with Ron. Please in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, the most efficient uh, transportation in my country is the cable car, since the cable car is a really new technology to transport a lot of people between two cities in my country. There's a cable car in the main city called La Paz. First, it has like a lot of lines where you can go everywhere. For this reason, you can access to far uh, places in the cities very fast.
Okay, so we're gonna add, so let's uh, okay, so we're gonna see that in let me do that one. Okay, so the most efficient way of transportation is the cable car in here, since it has a lot of technology and because it's cheap. Firstly, it has a lot of technology for it represented a major improvement in my city. As a matter of fact, I read that it was the highest breakthrough technology incorporated in the last 5 years. Also, I think that it's cheaper as it costs half a dollar each ride. For instance, once I went from one point to the other that was like 1 hour apart and I only paid $1. Okay, so that's like 45-second response room. So you should be like more as we said, like the first part is like very important. Everything within the first let me share with you this, the first 11 seconds we need to give the two reasons. So that's the only thing you're missing, the 11 seconds to respond. Okay, so So let's go with Laura. Okay. In question, Grace, what type of transportation in your country? So this is the question. So let's go with Laura. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Well, the most efficient transportation in my country is bus because the distances are very short and there isn't a lot of traffic and pay the ticket is cheaper. So people prefer take a bus. For example, if you want to go somewhere, you can take just one bus. And now in this situation of pandemia into the bus, there isn't a lot of people. I don't know what.
Okay, that's time. So let's go with Grace. With Grace, the question is like, and please use this script that we have. It's the same, and we need to provide 2 reasons. Okay, so we have first, for as a matter of fact, also ask those to illustrate. So let's go with Grace. The question was, what is the most efficient type of transportation in your country? So start in 3. It doesn't matter if you don't feel well. I think that. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I definitely think that the best transport in my country is the cable car, since it is friendly for the environment and it is and there is no traffic. First, it is a green. It it is friendly for it doesn't use diesel or gas. As a matter of fact, it uses energy. Also, it you also there's no car, so you don't stuck in traffic as it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so thank you very much. So that was not the only thing we've seen. So let's go with this one. We're gonna practice. I think we're gonna practice one more. So let's go with the speaking section, number 5. This one we're gonna do questions. Let's.
Familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare a response and 45 seconds to record the response. Talk about a game, sport, or other group activity that is played in your country. Explain why you think the activity is enjoyable.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after.
Okay, so it says like talk about a game, sport, or other group activities that is played in your country. Okay, so let's go to this. So first, we're gonna say, and please everybody, we're gonna do this together. It says please your camera, Martina. Okay, so thank you very much. So let's go with this. It says about a game or sport. Thank you very much. So talk about a game, a sport, and are good activity that is played in your country. So first, let's do like, I'll do it with you, but please, everybody should say this script. Okay, so I'll put something like sport that is playing in my country that everybody loves and knows is soccer. Same. Okay, so I'm gonna go with please, Laura. Let's fill this up. So a sport in my country that everybody loves and knows is soccer. Since what? Like talking about soccer, of course.
Since it's a sport.
Since it is a sport?
It's a sport that join family.
A sport played in family. Did you say that?
Junta la familia.
Oh, it's a sport that you can play. Something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think so. And what else? Can you please grade why soccer could be like a sport that everybody loves and knows? Okay, no problem, Ron. No problem. Okay, so can you tell me another reason, please?
It is distressing,
And it's interesting, right?
I was saying, teacher, the contrary of stressing.
Desestresante, ¿te refieres?
No, es desestresante.
Okay, desestresante. Okay.
Distressing?
Yeah, I think it's
Maybe relief. It's an activity that gives relief.
okay, so that's the word, de-stressing. Nobody really knows about this word. You know, it's like not very known because that's something that nobody knows. This is called de-stressing versus this one, and this one is distressing is something different. Anybody knows the difference between these two words? Okay, distressing means that it provokes anxiety. Okay, like I feel or extreme anxiety or pain or something like that. What Grace is talking about is she's saying that it's the stressing, which is something different. It's like this is presented in Spanish. Okay, so this is the word. Okay, so don't be confused with this one, as we said. That is something very, very different. Okay, distressing. Okay, let's go with. Did we say Laura? Let's go with Valentina first. What should we say here?
It's a reason, the first reason.
Yes.
So first, it's an activity that it's not only you can play with your family, but it's also an activity you can enjoy while you're watching TV.
Okay, that's great. So she's talking about number one. That's great. First, not only you can play it with your family, but also it's very enjoyable. It's also very enjoyable to watch in TV. Okay, so it shouldn't be like this way. We should talk about the first reason, but it's not incorrect either, you know. So it's like not a problem. It could be this way. Okay, so 4. Can you please, Martina, help us out? 4.
For can I say for that reason, or I have to do something different?
Okay, so for what is the meaning of this for, Laura? Can you please help Martina?
It's like
What is the meaning
I'm
of this
sure.
for? Laura, do you remember that? What is the meaning of this for? Or anybody remembers?
It's because as
Exactly.
explaining.
That's right. It's because. So, but Martina, let's see this. So it says because. So because what, Martina? Because what? So it says, first, not only you can play with your family, but also it's very enjoyable to watch in TV. Because what can you say there? Like you're saying because. Why is very enjoyable to you?
Because you spend time with your family or something like that.
Okay, because but also there's not only but it's also very enjoyable to watch on TV because you can
Spend time.
you can do it with friends, something like that. But we don't
Okay.
say family again. Because you can do it with friends. So it's like first, not only you can play it with your family, but also it's very enjoyable to watch on TV because you can do it with your friends. Okay. So please, Martina, can you read this whole sentence from the beginning till the end? Like from here, can you please read it out loud?
All of it?
Yeah, from first, not only.
Okay. First, not only you can play it with your family, but also it's very enjoyable to watch in TV. For you can do it with friends.
Exactly. So you understand right now, Martina, do you understand exactly the same as because, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the for we're talking about. Okay. So you need to say something like with because, but instead of saying because, you say for, because it sounds better. Okay. Or for it sounds better. Whatever. Okay. So as a matter of fact, let's run. So Ron, as a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, soccer is the most known sport through all the world, through the world, around the world.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Okay, so we have it until here. Okay, let's go. I think, did we say, yeah, I think we said one. Okay, let's go with Grace. Also, okay, so Grace, also what? Also what? So we'll be talking about also.
Maybe teacher, also when you play this sport, you can forget your routine or your daily day, your monotone day.
Okay, daily, your daily routine, right? You can let go. I think that sounds better. Let go There you go, of your daily routine. Okay, so like forget basically. Ask, please, Laura, ask, what is the meaning of this?
Ya que,
What?
ya que,
Exactly, that is like because, right? Ya que, porque, right? So it's the same. It's because, okay. Okay, so ask what? You can let go of your daily routine, ask or because.
as when you play with your family, you put the rulers.
Can we see something different, like with the family? Can we talk about something different, like you can let it because
When you play soccer with your friends,
okay, with your
you put the rulers.
you put what?
The rulers.
Regular?
The rulers, las reglas.
The rules?
The rules, yes.
Okay, you put the rules. Okay, okay, so it says like when you play this daily routine and because when you play soccer, when you play soccer with your friends, you put your own rules, and you don't have anything to teach you. Okay, so that's okay. Now we illustrate, please, Martina, to illustrate.
I don't know what.
It's the same as, for example, this one. For example.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I don't have ideas. It could be like it is.
Do you play soccer?
What?
Do you play soccer?
I played, but a long time ago.
Well, it doesn't matter, you know. You could say like to illustrate. Once I played and I felt very relaxed. But something like it could be like whatever. It could be like it could be an example, but it doesn't exist at all. What comes up to you?
Okay, so can I say like to illustrate? If you play the whole game, you are gonna be exhausted, something like that.
When you play the whole game, what did you say after this?
The whole game, you end up exhausted.
Can you repeat that? I don't know.
You end up.
Oh, end up.
Exhausted.
Exhausted. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so you're that, but that's great. So that's great. Okay, so that's it. You know, everybody I think understood, right? This is the script that we need to stick to. Okay, so let's go with number 1, and we're gonna do something very, very important. I think we'll do number 2, speaking. We're gonna do another one.
Familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare a response and 45 seconds to record the response. Talk about a time when something you did not think you could do. What did you accomplish? Why did you think you could not do it?
Okay, so this is the question. So
Begin
please,
to
everybody,
prepare your
prepare a
response
response
after the
with
beep.
these words. Okay, so with these words, with things, with first, talk about something. The question is talk. You accomplished something. You did nothing you could do. What did you accomplish?
Begin
Why
speaking
did you,
after the beep.
why did you think you could? Okay, so that's important. So let's do something like that. Please feel, teacher, something's wrong with your mic. There's a lot of noise. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I think so. So let's get rid of.
So I think, can you hear me better, Ron, now? I think there was a lot of, yeah, right? So that mic was very bad. That mic was very, very bad. I couldn't hear either. You know, it's called, it's a Samsung mic. So let's see. I don't think it's working. Okay, so I don't think it's working. So let's go with this. It says, no problem. So, yeah, actually, so let's please fill this up so that everybody has their own answer here. Okay, as in the illustrate. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna start. Let's say we're gonna start with with Ron. Okay, with Ron.
Oh.
So please, Ron, let's start in 3, 2. Remember, like we need to go with you, Ron. I think you have a very good level of English. We need to be like very, very fast in this. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go.
My bigger achievement was my final project in the university, since it was a project that includes a lot of maths and programming, and in that time I really need to focus a lot. First, I didn't know how to programming in MATLAB, so in that way I should learn without a professor. For it was really strong.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go with please your camera, Piero. So we have Ron and Valentina whose cameras. Well, we knew about Ron's cameras. Thank you very much. So let's go with Valentina. So Valentina, I think you have also a great level, to be honest. So let's try to make it perfect. Okay, so let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
My accomplish was about the mess in my bedroom since I didn't clean for a while. First, I didn't clean in a week, for I was busy with my final project. As a matter of fact, I had to give more than 6 hours to my final project to get done. Also, I was busy with work as as we were doing a project to implement a new customer sales program. To illustrate, we
Okay,
were
okay, that's it.
okay.
Okay, so you already like you needed like so Valentina, did you implement these customs? Is that true?
No.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so that's something important that Valentina did. You need to like talk about things that are very quickly to come to your mind, you know. It's very important. So here, what we are doing, please, is we are answering this question. Talk about a time when you accomplished something you did not think you could do. What did you accomplish? Why did you think you couldn't do it? You could not do it? So that's the question. Okay, so I'll put it in here again. So here's the question, and we're responding with this script. 45 seconds. This is something for. So let's go with Martina.
Teacher, I didn't hear you very well. So you said about the theme that we're gonna talk about. I didn't hear the
Okay,
part.
so this is the question. It says like, talk about a time when you accomplished something you did not think you could do.
Okay.
What did you accomplish? Why you could not do it? That's the question.
Right.
We need to prepare 45. So you'll see with how the rest of the people here are saying. Okay, so let's go with Martina. Okay, Martina, we're gonna start 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, so last year I went to a belly dance competition in Argentina, and first I didn't have enough time to prepare myself, for I had like less than a month to do my choreography and practice. So I didn't think, I wasn't too expecting to win. Also, there was so many great dancers, but it ended up in I win the first place, and yeah, I was so happy.
Okay, that's time. Thank you very much, Martina. So let's go with, of course, we need to be faster. That's something we'll practice, as we said. Grace. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Accomplished for me was to read 3 books in a summer vacation, since I haven't done it before and I only had 1 month for it. First, I hadn't I hadn't read for a long time, for I have I at least in a year I have just 1 book read. As a matter of fact, I don't love reading. Also, only I had a very small vacation since I was in the university.
Okay, that's time.
Okay.
Great, thank you very much. But it was great. I think that's the best I've ever like heard like until here. Because of the fact you follow the structure. We need to be faster. We need to be faster, faster, you know. Like you say like the books, okay? So a great accomplishment was things I learned a lot. Also, I earned great admiration from my peers first. I learned a lot. I learned many facts from many books that I've read. As a matter of fact, I've learned a lot about French history and about the kings that existed in France. Also, admire me because of that. They hadn't read that like me. That illustrated, there is some guy who actually wrote me something in my Facebook to congratulate me for reading a lot. So that's something that we've said in 45 seconds, you know, so that's, and we need to stick to this 34, 17, you know, like it could be 35, 36, okay, no problem, but like it shouldn't be like 12 because that's 5 seconds. Okay, so let's go with Laura, please. We're gonna start 3, 2, 1, and go.
An accomplishment for me were when I have to an internship in an oil company. Since when I accomplished to enter to this company is was a wonderful moment. First, I can see the result of all my effort. As a matter of fact, when I applied the first time, to the internship program, I didn't enter, but the second time I could do it. Also, this year, I had the opportunity to get an interview for the same company, as they make a competition of
Okay,
different.
That's time. Okay, so I think you follow, but we need to like follow the time. You know, it's like somebody said, you know, I don't remember who was this class, but somebody said that that person practiced a lot, so that's the way you learn. Okay, so let's go with Piero. So let's give it a try. We're gonna Piero. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
A few years ago, I decided to learn piano for myself. So after that, I was practice every single day, and I was sometimes getting stressed and overwhelming. But I decided to push myself and keep learning, and I had a presentation, so I didn't expect to doing well. But despite of the difficulties before, I did the best played in the entire presentation. I didn't expect that, but it was something very unexpected for me. So I think that it was a good thing to learn.
Okay, so thank you, Piero. So, of course, we need to like this structure. Like you need to be follow this. We're in this structure. However, I think that your pace was great. Your delivery as well. The only thing we need to improve is like follow the structure that we're gonna do. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is something we'll go probably to this number 1 in the future. Okay, it's like, but we'll do number 2. So let's see, like for instance, number 2, and we're gonna talk about next class. I'm gonna show you the script of number 2. Okay, so with that said, number 1 is something very very easy. Like I think we should all improve, but compared to the previous, I think that it's something. Okay, so let's go with number 2.
In this
Number
question, you will
2,
be
this
asked
one
to
is
talk
not
about a
number 2, you
familiar
know.
topic. Question.
Got
You will
eliminated.
have 15
We said that,
seconds to
right?
prepare a
We said that
response and seconds to record the response.
and because of that reason, this is not number 2. This is like similar to number 1. This was like in the past exam that we said it was 5, 6 questions. This one is number 2. But in the new exam that we have, it's only 4 questions. Number 2 is actually number 3. Okay, so that's it. So, okay, so we're 3 in a matter of seconds. We're gonna say number 3, and let's see what happens. You know, let's see what happens. And I think that's something very important. So we're gonna do that. Let's have this. So we need to wait 45 seconds, 40 seconds. Okay, so let me tell you about number 2. So you're gonna see number 2, okay? You're gonna see that something happened. Okay, something happened in the school. Always in the school, something happened. A change has happened. A change has happened, you know? Like something happened in the school, in the campus. Something happened there. Either they bought something, or they hired somebody for the cafeteria, or they decided to buy new equipment. Always, 100% of the times, it's about something that has happened in campus regarding a change. Something happened. There's a, something happened. So it could be like the principal decided to do this or do that. So number two, okay, believe me, for my own experience, I told you, right? When I was studying for the TOEFL, I reviewed all the material that was available. And I found that always 100% of the time, when it was official sources of materials, it was like that. So I really believe it's like 100% that it will be like that. Okay, it will be like that. It will happen in the school. Number three, that is
Question.
actually number
You will
two.
read a
Remember.
short passage, listen to a talk, question about them. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare a response and 60 seconds to record the response. Read a student letter in the university newspaper. You have 45 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now.
Okay, so it says the student art display. The university is currently considering possible locations on campus for displaying paintings and other artwork. So they want to display, they want to show paintings and other things related to art by students. I think the lobby at the entrance to the student center would be a great location. Since many students pass through the center every day, our work displayed in the lobby would be viewed by hand. Also, because the whole front of the building is made of glass and window, the lobby is filled with natural light. This makes it perfect for displaying our work, which should have plenty of light to be seen and appreciated. Okay, so there are always, and believe me, always you have, and I'll probably write it down. So in number two, let me see. So in number two, there is always a change. And also always there are two reasons for the change. Always. So let's see. So in this case, what is the change? The change is that the university is like considering displaying paintings and other things in the lobby, right? In the lobby. They want to do that. That's sort of the. They have two reasons. The first reason is that many people go through the lobby, and the second one is, what is the second reason?
It's filled with natural light, the lobby.
Exactly. They always, believe me, always have two reasons. First, it is like it has natural light, and second, because it's hundreds of people by.
Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
Mary, you're an art student. What do you think of this letter?
I don't like the idea.
Why not?
Well, first of all, his first point about a lot of people passing through the student center, that's true, but it's always really crowded with people coming and going. It's not good for showing artwork. Imagine you're standing there, trying to look at a painting. There's going to be like 1 million people walking through. People walking in front of you, blocking your view, distracting you.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
You won't be able to appreciate the artwork or get a good look at anything with so much going on, with so many people moving around.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Plus, he's wrong about the windows.
But isn't it true that it's good for art to have lots of light?
In a sense, yeah. But that kind of light, all that natural light from windows, that's actually not good. Because if it's really sunny out, it'll be way too bright. If it's cloudy, it'll be way too dark.
Oh.
What you want is controlled light, consistent light, the kind you get from electric light bulbs. Think about in an art museum. In an art museum, you've got electric lighting, and the light is always carefully controlled, always at the same level.
So that is the thing that we have.
Briefly summarize the proposal in the student's letter. Then state the woman's opinion about the proposal. Explain the reason she gives for holding that opinion.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep.
We're gonna give our response. It should be like 1 minute. Everybody will give his or her response, and after that you can leave the class. That's it, and we'll talk about it about how we do number 2 actually. Okay, so let's go here. We're gonna do number 2, right? So let's start with Valentina. Okay, so let's start with let's try our very best skills. We don't have a script. I know that we don't have a script, right? So let's try. Well, this is our first time. Okay, so
Can
Valentina,
you show the question?
you need to summarize
just
the question.
summarize.
Yeah, you need to summarize. That's everything.
Okay.
Okay, let's start in
1
3.
minute.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. The lecture was about the light, the way that light comes into the school, and they were talking about, the students were talking about how the light works in school, and I forgot, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so that's 1 minute. We're gonna have like 4 so that you can really feel how it's the telephone. So let's go with Ron.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I have some troubles in watching the presentation. For that reason that I turned off the camera. So I didn't read the passage.
Oh, you didn't read the passage? Like you didn't read the passage?
No, I didn't. Because I didn't watch it, so I was trying to fix it. But
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna next slide we're gonna go. So let's go with Ron. Okay.
all right.
So Ron, let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay. According to the announcement, the university wants to expose some paints in the artwork in order to place it in the lobby entrance that they think it's a great location. This is because there's a lot of people and there's a natural light. The woman does not support this change because she thinks that the lobby is too crowded and the people will be distracted. And to begin with, the first reason she points out that the people will not appreciate the paintings, and moreover, she argues that the natural light will be too bright or too dark.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ron. I think it was okay, so it was like really, really according to the script that I'll show you. So thank you. So let's go with Martina. Let's please start in. So Valentina, Ron, Piero, you can leave the session if you want. We can see you next class, or you can stay to listen to your peers. Okay, so let's go with Martina. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So the students say that it wasn't a good place because if they want to stand there and watch, they couldn't because it's gonna be a lot of people passing through that place. So it wasn't, for what she says, it wasn't a good place. If if they want to put it somewhere, it could be somewhere quiet and with less distraction and less people walking through, and that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Martina. We're gonna start in 3, 1, and go. So Grace, let's start. 3, 2, 1, and go. Your microphone. Okay, so in
Sorry, teacher.
3, 2, 1, and
According to the article, the campus want to make a change in the art class. This is because they think it would be better if it is around the students and if it is with natural light. The woman, the student, doesn't support this change because she points out that there would be plenty of students and that would be a distraction. Moreover, she disagrees that it would be useful the natural light, as she says they need to control the light. She gave an example of the museum. So it is because if it is natural light, it would be too bright or too dark, depending on the climate or the climate.
okay. So thank you, Grace. I think it was great also. I like Ron and I like Grace. Laura. So let's go. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Well, she's disagree with the university's idea to build a painting and artwork place because she thinks that a lot of people are working through the lobby. So this is a distraction. And she thinks that the natural light not is good because sometimes could be dark. She talked about the museum. She said that had a good light because they have the control of the light. And that's all.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. So thank you very much